Hawks lose again, this time to, yet again, their arch rivals from Nashville. 4-3 final in Nashville. And it was another one of these early AM morning start games. The Hawks in morning games, they suck at them. And, well, tonight they actually did not look that bad. They were playing with a lot of pressure on Nashville. They looked like they could have won this game at points. They were having the chances, but a few of them just could not beat Saros. They had the issue of not beating Saros yet again. They had the issue with the defensive in their defensive zone. Last game, yeah, there was not a video out, but there is a video in the process of coming out because the Hawks won it against San Jose the other night, and I was at the game, and I've been working on editing a video to come out. But this game, the Hawks lose to Nashville in Nashville at a morning game, and, well, morning games suck in the NHL, especially if you're a team who doesn't play them often. Hawks are one of the only teams who really don't play them all that much, and, well, it usually bites them in the butt. And Nashville, they tend to have more morning games in the weekends, and they take advantage of it. This game was pretty close on each side of the puck. They were playing well, getting shots off. Each side had plus 30 shots. It was 31-34 in favor for Nashville, unfortunately. Blocked shots, it was 11-13. 13 of the Hawks' shots were blocked, so Hawks had a couple opportunities to have some chances, but they were blocked. Hits, it was a heavy hitting game, 28-28 in this game. There were a lot of penalties in this game. 16 penalty minutes for the Hawks, 10 for Nashville. The reason why Hawks had 16 because Boris Kachuk took the 10-minute misconduct. Power play, Hawks were terrible at it. They went 0 for 4, and Nashville capitalized on one of their 2 power plays. So the Hawks were able to play well, but their defense was what the issue was. If the defense was to show up, they could have probably beat Nashville today. Laakkonen looked strong. Yes, there were a few times where, yeah, Laakkonen looked like his flopping fish out in the net, which he does at every game, but there were a couple of that tonight. But Laakkonen looked good. He was holding rebounds. That was probably the best performance I've seen Laakkonen have in a while because his rebound control was actually really solid. But frankly, Laakkonen has not been good enough for playing in the NHL. I have to say that. So, let's get to the goals of the game, shall we? In the first period, there were only 2 goals put up, and one came from Nashville, one came from the Hawks. And Nashville got on the board early. It came at 3:22 in the first period by Ilya Tolvin scoring his 10th of the season. It was just the fact the Hawks defense came in and let Tolvin walk in and snipe it past Laakkonen. This one was probably one that Laakkonen should have made a save on, and the Predators have a 1-0 lead. And so the Hawks then started to find momentum a little bit later on, and Cat gets in the defensive zone, sends it up to Dylan Strome. Strome and Kane going on a 2-on-1 break, and at 7:31 in the first period, scored by number 88, Patrick Kane. His 25th of the season, assisted by number 17, Dylan Strome. And number 12, Alex DeBrincat. The Cat gets it, as I said, in the defensive zone. And stretch passes about a 70-footer over to Stromer. Strome gets it across the ice to Kane, and Kane roofs it past Saros. And then Kane started barking out of Nashville fans, which is always great to see because it's good to see, knowing how Kane knows how Nashville fans are not the greatest fans in the world. So, we're tied 1 apiece. Hawks had a 4-minute power play. Couldn't do anything with it. They go to the second period with a power play. Couldn't do anything with it. But we go to the second period. In the second period, the Hawks get on the board first. And it's at 5:15 in the second period. Scored by number 8, Dominic Kubalik. His 13th of the season, assisted by number 6, Jake McCabe. And assisted by number 27, Lucas Reichel, for his first NHL point. Yes, Reichel playing in his 10th NHL game, finally getting on the score sheet with his first NHL assist on this Dominic Kubalik goal. This was actually a great passing play. Reichel gets it over to McCabe. McCabe sauces it back to Reichel. Reichel sends a 72-footer across back to McCabe. McCabe shoots it down to Kubalik in the slot, and Kubi had a wide open net, buries it about 2 feet away from the goal. So Hawks have a 1-goal lead. It's 2-1 Chicago Blackhawks. But something the Hawks are known to do this year, give up the lead as soon as they get it. Hawks take a penalty. Kachuk gets a 10-minute misconduct, and Mackenzie Entwistle gets a roughing. It goes 4-on-4 hockey. At 5:58 in the second period, Nashville ties it, and it was by Roman Josi, his 20th of the season, assisted by Johansson and Forsberg to make it a 2-2 game. There goes the lead very quickly by this team. The Hawks do this quite a bit this year. It's not even funny. It's something in their playbook, it seems like. You have the lead? Oh, wait. There it goes. That's how this team is this year. They get a lead and immediately give it up. So, Josi gets on the board. He almost gets on the board a second time about 30 seconds later, but that goal was voided out. It was no goal because Matt Duchene was offside. But the Predators get the goal back later on in the period. Hawks go to the penalty kill, and Nashville capitalizes on it at 19:34 in the second period. Matt Duchene on the power play, his 39th of the season, assisted by Granlund and Forsberg to make it a 1-goal game in favor for Nashville. It's 3-2 Nashville. So we go to the third period. Hawks down by a goal. But the Hawks, knowing that they gave up a late period goal, which they've done quite a bit again this year, they give up an early period goal to start the third. At 3:14 in the third period, Mikael Granlund scores his 10th of the season, assisted by Ekholm and Fabro to make it a 4-2 Nashville lead, and the Hawks at that point looked done. But until the last 5 minutes of play, the Hawks were coming in on an attack. They finally activated the defense, and this happens. At 14:31 in the third period, scored by number 61, Riley Stillman. His 2nd of the season, assisted by number 88, Patrick Kane. And number 12, Alex DeBrincat, to get this game within 1. And it's a close game now. The Hawks are in it. They're now coming in with an attack. They're moving the puck well. They're getting their goal defense moving. And now they pull Lakeinen. Hawks get onto the attack. They couldn't get anything to go past Saros, and this game ends by a 1-goal difference of a 4-3 game. Unfortunately, we lose to Nashville again. That's a team I really hate losing to, because I'm not a fan of their organization as a whole, not a fan of their fan base, not a fan of most of their players. I don't like Nashville. And we lose to them once again. So, down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's game, and thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I know you probably did not enjoy the outcome, but it's a rebuilding Blackhawks team. What are you going to expect? So thank you again, and most of all, let's go Hawks.